Welcome back to the Was It Good Though podcast about movies and TV shows. I am one of your hosts. I am Jason.
I am Jazz.
In this evening, we are joined with a couple of our friends. We have Mr. Jedi Mike. Sir, how are you doing this evening?
Going on? What's going on? Thanks for having me.
Not a problem, sir. Not a problem. We are also joined with the host of a Talking Ish podcast, a podcast amongst friends. Your friendly neighborhood super Negro, Anthony. How are you this evening?
I'm doing
sir?
fine. Doing fine.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. And if this is your first time with us, we are discussing Daredevil Born Again Season 2. One of our side quests. Well, we get to talk about the shows episodically, but this one is the finale of the, I guess, well-received show that we've been going on. But our sister will be leading us through this episode today. The Daredevil told, what the fuck? Jazz, I'm gonna kick this over to you.
I just realized that. I was like, I burst out laughing. I put myself on mute.
Thank you so much, Jason. I am going to be Jazz Murdock. I'm going to lead us. The blind leading the blind. But Jason, Jason thinks Matt. Well, no, Jason thinks Matt is blind. I say he definitely can see. But yes, we got our finale, gentlemen. Mike, I'm going to start with you. We got a lot of reveals in this episode. Let's start with a huge one. Now, let me ask you this. Who do you think did it better? Tony Stark or Matt Murdock? I am Iron Man or I am Daredevil?
I think I am Daredevil because, yes, Tony Stark had charisma, but this was a crescendo of epic proportions that over 10 years now build up to get to that moment. Just as equivalent of saying I am Iron Man at Endgame, which took, years to build up to that moment. And it'd be one thing if he pull up in the suit and do that. No, he had to throw the sticks out. It's like, no, y'all think I'm lying. No, yeah, I prove him wrong on sight. But yeah, that was epic.
Okay, what you got, Jason?
He said on site, no site.
Yeah, I was waiting for y'all to get it.
He heard it coming.
Yeah.
Anthony, which one do you think was more impactful between the two gentlemen?
I think one was clearly done on ego, and the other one was clearly done to make a fat white man pissed off. And I think that latter one held a lot more weight. And it was to basically say your trump card does not exist. I'm calling the shots. I'm shutting shit down. You have nothing to hold against me. And again, how are you going to explain to everybody, whether in the civilian world or the criminal world, you got your ass handed to you not once, not twice, but thrice by a blind lawyer from Hell's Kitchen? That's my take. I think it was still the best. I still love I am Iron Man. Endgame one is a lot better than the first one. But this one right here, that was a chef's kiss. And I like Wilson's face. Looked like he was stroking out for a little second.
Jason, were you expecting Matt to reveal one of his biggest secrets in this moment?
I was. I felt as if in that situation it had to go a route that we weren't expecting. Cause you know where I'm at, because that was the conversation we had the entire season. If I was Fisk, I would just let this information out. Well, cat's out the bag, but again, it wasn't his trump card to drop. This was Daredevil's or Matt's ability to be able to use it himself. So I appreciate him being able to take agency over his own identity in this moment and drop it on him.
I definitely agree. In this moment, I feel like Fisk probably held his largest L this season. And so I was just like, But also in this scene, and Jason, you were cheering on Heather and Karen's reunion last week. How did you feel about when Matt walked into that courtroom and Heather was on the stand and their engagement and interaction? Was you cheering? Was you at the edge of your seat? Was you just like,
I
oh yeah,
was
she's still in love with him?
because you know it. You know she SWV. She was weak in them knees again. You can see it she was so poised and so professional and holding it together. She saying, man, and everything just went out the window. Oop. Everything. That girl face has been on the ground since season 1. She finally picked it up and when she put the mask on. But her face has been down the entire time. And she finally was, but in this moment, yeah, she deserved that. And I love how in this moment, she's written this book about men in masks. But she didn't talk about what happened when women put on masks. But we ain't trying to do no men versus women battles in here. But I got the tea is high, honey. Back to you.
Well, since we're already here, I would love to hear about this tea because Karen saw this whole thing unfold. And I mean, we saw Anthony had a prediction last week and it definitely came true. We definitely gonna get to that. But Jason, what is the tea? Go ahead. I mean, some Marvel men versus women kind of discussions is okay. I will defend the ladies this week.
So of course, she has this book. And within this book, she says that people that have put this mask on, they're hiding not their private lives, but who they truly are. And we see the way that she's been carrying herself since season 1, which I do appreciate them showing. I guess it is a villain arc from the beginning to end, because typically when you see somebody get victimized, we just continue following the hero and that's the end of their story. But Heather's story was tethered to Matt's story. So as we see Matt going through everything he's been going through, we've seen her unwind or unravel from when Muse choked her up until when she choked Buck in this season. So, like I said, that whole thing that parallel was actually speaking to her, and Kirsten even brought it up. She was like, so that it can even be spoken about a professional therapist or a clinical therapist as well, huh? And she was like, no, not at all, Karen. Like that's what and I'm not Karen Page, but Karen. Y'all know what a Karen is. Heather, she's a Karen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely here for that. Anthony, with them in the courtroom, Fisk got on the stand. And while he was on the stand, he was definitely dropping names, Froggy's names. He mentioned Muse's victims, and he also mentioned Vanessa. With him and Matt having a back and forth, in my opinion, this felt like foreplay. That's how I took it. I was just like, oh, let's go ahead. That's how it felt. There was foreplay going on in that moment. And then it led up to Matt just, I am Daredevil. Anthony, do you feel like the series did a very good job in this scene to build up the tension for what we end up getting with Matt doing his reveal?
Oh yeah. I think it really hit its peak when the judges called them to the chambers. And you got Matt and I can't remember. Oh, they clown his name. But the DA.
Hochberg.
Somebody called him Cockberg. But there was that moment where Fisk is sitting at the stand and he just goes, I'm gonna tell you a secret, bitch. You do know this. And then what are you gonna do when the world finds out? And sadly, Matt gave his answer, but the judge heard him and was like, oh, no, it's nothing. But I think it had great buildup, especially with everything that was going around at the same time, and then they showed how intense it was. I think the middle judge made the scenes even better because her expressions and the way, she was going off made it a hell of a lot more intense. But we knew this was going to come. And I think that whole situation with how you saying it's foreplay and it's like they flirting with each other.
But this was wait, time out. I'm not allowing Miss
Anthony
Toles,
sees the vision.
I'm not allowing Toles to get this shit off in my courtroom. No. This is It was
You're
a boxing.
objecting.
It was a boxing match. I object. Sustained. This is a boxing match. A
Overruled, two
tennis
men
match.
finding love and hatred within themselves,
That's
and
what
they are
it's.
playing a very mental, hardcore 4D chess. They're each, I'm joking now. Please keep that in mind. But they really were trying to one up each other. And
My dick's bigger
Wilson,
than yours. Yes, of course.
pretty much. And I think Wilson, I have to say this though, and this is my only little kind of sidetrack, but it still stays on cue with it. Him walking in the courtroom and the shot that they had, that angled shot from the back, he was walking like a brother. Like, go back and watch. He had to swing right. His arms was moving. Like, he was like, look, I am that wigger. And I'm about to, he had all the attention. Like, he took all the air out the room. All the energy was his. And I think from that moment, he felt like, okay, I got everybody's attention. When he started to talk about all the great things in New York and, the people we've lost and blah, blah, blah. He had everybody eating out the palm of his hand, to the point where you saw Karen and what's my girl, Kirsten?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You could see somewhat defeat in their faces. And then when who's the head of the ATF? I can never remember his name. I call him
Agent Powell.
Oh,
Powell. Thank you. When Powell and the rest of his crew come in, his bravado got even bigger. Because he cracked a little smile. Like when Powell kicked through the door, well, not kicked through, but opened the door and the rest of the ATF came and they sat. It really looked like there was about to be a siege or a coup that was going to happen. I was waiting for him to maybe snap his finger, tap his ring on the, on the side or something to cue, and they would pull out the guns and hold everybody. But that was just goofy me. But yeah, it was dope. I really liked it. I find it more intense than the previous season, except for season 3 of the original Netflix one, when they really went toe to toe
In
and
the
they
house?
fuck up the painting in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this was intense. This was really, really intense.
Yeah.
So it worked. I loved it.
And then we kind of all hell broke loose because Matt made his arguments. Excuse me. Karen gets off. Mike, at this moment, because we've already seen Bullseye take out the sharpshooters. And so he was just like, yeah, let me go ahead and get y'all up out of here. And I feel like he was going to definitely try to get his shot at Fisk in that moment. But fortunately, he got Buck. Or not, unfortunately. I was rooting for that shot, but it didn't do what I needed it to do fully.
It did. God damn it. I wish you would have made that bet. God damn.
I was just like, is he going to die? He did not. But of course, it definitely leads up to where you have shots being fired. We got our heroes and our villains all stuck in the courthouse. And then you have the agents outside keeping the public from coming inside. And so I would say, like, during this scene, it was just it was a lot going on. I was curious about where this was going to go. Did this feel, and then when you had Powell get knocked out finally by his black friend, because he was just like, yeah, no, I'm on the wrong side of history in this moment. And he was just like, all the spectators and everybody can come inside the courthouse, which, as we come to find out, that was not a very good decision, but we're going to get there. Did this scene remind you of January 6th a little bit? Or January 6th adjacent in reverse, to where you had people going into the courthouse screaming Daredevil, even though they were on the right side of history, but like being recorded with a mask on? Was it giving those vibes for you by chance?
Absolutely. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. It was like, it was same reverse, because it's like, it's showing that whether if you are not emotionally triggered or bound by a political party, or at least just no, or at least I don't want to say bound by a political party, just bound by the truth, right? If the truth doesn't offend you, then you have to understand that whether it was going to be the right or the left, that insurrection type environment is not going to go well, and Daredevil and Jessica Jones jumping in to intervene with that is a testament to that, because it's like, no, that's exactly what they want, you know, and the chaos of it all, where we're all just, there's no order at all. But at the same time, when you have moments like that where the officer is like, "No, I thought I killed him because you thought you killed a cop." He's like, "No, I told you to put a bullet in that person, so you're not even telling me the truth now." All right, let him in, y'all. I'm screwed. But with that, and at that point when he just, going down the hallway and just taking everybody out and all of it. Again, this is a person say, "I love this city, but I'm destroying it. I'm destroying the people I'm trying to protect." And this what happens when that power of corruption is happening. And yes, I don't know what danger it presents on social media. Like I've been looking online today, and it's like, okay, it hasn't been as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Where people responding, they're just more focused on the characters themselves, which is great. But also just understand the implications of, like, we know what this is implying, as you're going down the hallways and all that. It's verbatim. But I liked that way that Daredevil and Jessica jumped in to prevent all of that. And then even then there's some questions about legally about, all right, well, he's the one that got in jail, and Kingpin's the one who's going out, quote unquote, scot-free, losing his citizenship and all that. But technically, he got what he wanted, but like not really, because Vanessa's dead, So, but at the same time, with that insurrection type environment, is showing the corruption of that city, and also the people from both on the citizen side to the official side, both trying to do their best to, to defend their position. Can say, yeah, I serve the court of the position of mayor. I don't support you, and now
Right.
you're done. But I'm like, hey, I'm giving you a deal here just to help you get out of here. No, open a door, and just destroying everybody,
Boom.
breaking backs, all of it. Boo, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then with him making that video of like, New York, I want to talk to you. Come, like, basically, he was trying to plant a divide for the citizens,
Mhm.
which, in my opinion, I feel like definitely backfired, because then BB said, "Nah, nah, nah, bitch. I got my video ready, uploaded, taking my mask off. I had to make sure to add the video or a picture of Daniel, RIP to my homie, his best friends I have in the friend zone."
Her uncle.
Yes. And so I'm glad that she was able to have like a scene in there, because even though we don't know we know where Daniel at, but she don't really know. Well, she know he did, but don't nobody else know. His mama don't know where he at. So I was just like, yeah, I'm glad she was able to have that moment. But Jason, were you expecting Fist to snap like this?
Hell yeah, I was. I was in the, when he came to that door and said boo and punch dude, it hit the wall. Nigga, I stood up out my seat. I was like, I had to check my daughter. Oh, make sure my daughter was. I
he
said,
used a corner
oh,
and just split the person's
whoop
back.
they
Just
ass,
split it.
whoop they ass,
Even
Fist.
with even the women, he get equal rights and equal lefts. He like,
You can't be mad at that. Y'all
He
want
said,
equal opportunities.
I know.
he said, hold
All
up.
y'all can get it. All y'all.
Now I will say the wall move is the same thing he did to Dexter
That's her.
in
Yes.
season
Trying to break
3
the back.
of Netflix, when he pushed him into the column in his house
Yeah,
and
Yes.
folded him like a folding chair.
man, so
Yeah.
so for you niggas, for you niggas, 100 million versus a gorilla. This is what y'all gonna look like if you get out there with a gorilla. The first nigga that get hit in the face is
Wait.
gonna make everybody spread out. What?
Jason, ain't you one of them niggas that said you could do it? I feel like
We
you
can
said that
do it.
line before.
If this was the Royal Rumble, I'd be participant number 99. I couldn't be the first 20. Hey, the first 20
You gotta wait till he's tired.
Yeah. And even when he tired, he's still dangerous now, because he showed that. But I think what people don't understand, Wilson Grant Fisk is 400 pounds. Now, this is comic book stuff. He only has 3 to 4% body fat. He is a walking muscle. That's what folks don't understand.
Yeah.
Kingpin is a walking muscle, and it is he's a huge one. The motherfucker fights Spider-Man, and we know if Spider-Man let loose, you lose a jaw. Ask Scorpion. So
Yeah.
he's not to be fucked with. He is that dude. He can pick up a man, smash him into a wall, and turn them into accordions. He can look at a woman and go, "Oh, they said not to hit a woman, but I'll punch a bitch," and he did.
He fought
And no
Kate Bishop
disrespect to
too.
women. Yeah, he
was nice to her. He was nice to her.
He don't care. And I think what we saw is the same thing we've always seen for every season with him. When it don't work out, I'm going out and I'm bringing, Hell's Kitchen lives and breathes in that man. This is a man who was abused by his father, abandoned by his father while on a crime spree, beaten up, teased. Nah, everybody could catch it. I tried to show love. Now I got to Joe Jackson you, and I got to whoop all y'all asses. So
when did he show love? He was snatching people up off the street.
But crime was down 70%.
Man, listen.
People playing in the parks. Ain't
People
no child walking
parks.
around
It's
shooting
wonderful.
up smack in their
place.
arms.
Do we know?
He did what Black Dynamite couldn't do, Jazz.
70%.
Do we know if those numbers are real?
Ain't got to be real. It's what's in the mind.
Fake news. 70%. Any record. It's great. And the people of New York, they're great people. They're great people. They're great people.
But you see, when you have people believe the hype, you can move around how you want. What Wilson did is what a certain dick jerking president would always say: I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and I could walk away scot-free. He was doing that. All the dirt that he was doing, everybody was fine as long as I don't get mugged. My streets are safe. Money is in my pocket. I don't care what you do because you're doing what's good for me. That's the thing. And I think when BB dropped that video, I'm going to say this. She meet the Grams Wilson on that one. Like Wilson dropped his video, she came right back and said, Uno reverse, wild card, draw 4. I don't know. She said, "Dear Wilson." And it was like, okay, now we're done. And you know what I love? The Mask actually has Vincent D'Onofrio's kind of, it's not slack jaw. I forgot what it is. If you watch him as Wilson Fisk, it's almost like Bobby Brown jaw. When he gets angered, his bottom lip kind of tilts like this out of anger. And her mask has the same look. That's what pisses him off. He doesn't like to be teased because he's been teased for so long as an overweight kid, overweight adult. Yeah, everybody, he hates everybody, but he loves his city. That's the thing. It's weird. It's a weird relationship, but you got to respect it.
Because I know he definitely mentioned, like, growing up, his father told him, like, make sure you can beat the biggest person in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And so that
Nigga,
definitely
you were the
sense.
biggest person. So
right. I'm like, did you look around? But Jason,
your neck turned.
We saw Fisk and Matt meet up at the courthouse, Matt trying to talk him down. He's trying to talk him through surrendering. That's what he was doing. I mean, I
gotta be mindful with you. I didn't know what you was about to say there, but I'm gonna let you cook. Continue.
He did. And so, like, he was just like, we got a deal for you. Just stop. He done killed 64 people, but just stop. You can leave. We're not going to send you to jail. Just stop. And so it's just like, oh, okay, this seems fine. But does this seem like a more like realistic type of end for these two, especially being that they were kind of going head to head all season?
Hell no, they both should have been their ass in jail if it was gonna be Matt going to jail. Did Matt go to jail for the shit that Dex was doing as Daredevil or something? Or is it because are these anti-vigilante laws actually in order and you can still be arrested for them?
All of it. Because he even said it, I'm going to jail for Daredevil's crimes.
Yeah.
Period. So even when Dex was, the devil of Hell's Kitchen, once Matt said, I am Daredevil, you have taken all the sins that he's committed. And even though your sins were for good. Exactly. Now, I think Mike might allude to, Wilson is in a prison of his own making as well. Yeah, he's on a tropical island on a beach and he's dressed in white. You know, he might be going to a Diddy party. We don't know. But he does not have Vanessa. That is the worst thing to ever happen to him from here on out. He can no longer have his anchor. He is literally a ship just lost at sea. He has nothing to hold him. And he's got to live with that. The actions you've done now, yes, Vanessa did some dirt, but
Some dirt.
she did some dirt.
You act like
She got Froggy killed.
You act like she stole some stuff. She killed
Oh,
people.
okay. My bad. She got a beloved person killed. So she did some horrendous things. I'm sorry.
Come
But
on,
again,
yeah.
No,
She
Jason,
ain't
you're
hide
right.
a kid. She didn't hide a kid.
She didn't. But you know what?
That's kind of never mind.
That's true.
Anthony.
But the great Rico told us niggas get shot every day, B. But again, he's
do they
in
die
the
from
he's in
pineapple juice.
oh lip tingles. She had a stroke, y'all. But again, he's in his own prison. Matt is in prison, but Matt wanted to be there. I think if we really pay attention to these 2 seasons of Daredevil, this is Matt wanting to get away from being the devil of Hell's Kitchen. From repainting the suit, going into the black look, and then you see the black paint chipping off to show like, no, buddy, no matter how you try to repaint it, no matter how much you try to rebrand, this is you. It's almost like Bruce Wayne as Batman. There's no Bruce Wayne. It's always been Batman. You know, Batman is the real person. Bruce Wayne is the mask. You see what I did there? Shout out to Heather in that amazing book.
Good job, Heather.
That's what it. She ate.
But I feel what you're saying, and I get where you going with that sentiment. But you act like crime gonna stop because Matt is in jail. That shit still gonna be rampant.
No,
it just ain't gonna be
right.
I feel like it should increase now that Daredevil is in jail.
It's gonna ramp up.
Yeah,
this
right.
Is the best time
and
to
that's
be a
why
villain
you got
for real.
that's why you got ninjas fighting Spider-Man in prison. So it's like, yeah, that's like you got
shit get real.
You got Punisher driving in the middle of the street, middle of the street.
In the middle of the day.
With tanks, we got freaking tanks down the street.
Like, do y'all remember Dark Knight Rises when Batman went missing after he got his back broke?
There were tanks. Tanks.
New York was terrible.
Entire city, man. But you know what? It was not as bad as where Invincible lived.
Man, that's a little different. That's different. Yeah,
that's completely different.
I'm just saying.
Right, but you still see that in his quest to save his town, save his city, save his section of New York, mind you, because we've all been to New York. Hell's Kitchen is
Alicia Keys from over there.
And what we would think is just a neighborhood, that is a city within itself. Stop.
Why was that shot even thrown?
I don't know.
Alicia Keys is from Hell's Kitchen.
She is. She is from yes. She really is from Hell's Kitchen.
Oh shit. She be rocking with Daredevil? I had no idea. Damn, that's what's up. That's
the most Def got the fish sandwich and hot chocolate from.
Now I see why they crime so high.
Because that bad eating.
You got a tour coming out, I believe. In this kitchen.
But that's basically, oh my god,
it's on Broadway.
My only other thing is now we've got Mahoney back, Foggy, Karen, Punisher. Bring back Turks.
Oh,
Justice for Turk, please.
Oh man, you know what? I was about to say Turk was probably Danielle's dad, and I said no, Marvel wasn't gonna do that.
That's wild. That's wild.
I know that. It ain't
that
Luke's
nigga.
Baby.
Oh no.
I looked him up too, Mike.
I was like,
that was gonna be Joe Budden.
I put Turk. I was like, oh,
really?
All right.
Stop.
All right.
Get off your own.
All right. So we're Jason.
Real
order.
But I do have a question for you, Jason, because I know when we started doing this series, you said you would like for Spider-Man to show up. Unfortunately, he did not.
Yes.
So
and he can't.
And we didn't get Frank either, but we know Frank does have a series coming out, I believe, either this month or next month. Does it feel
No,
like
it's this month. It's next week.
It's next week.
That's even perfect. Thank you, gentlemen. Well, let's drop in next week. So do you feel like it was maybe like possibly a missed opportunity, or does it kind of make sense to we'll probably see him in Punisher instead of what we got in Daredevil?
I'm going back to my theory last week. This nigga here is gonna be in that movie. That's my theory. Daredevil is gonna be in that movie because now I did say that Daredevil knew Peter Parker. He didn't know Spider-Man, but Peter Parker knows Matt. So so he could help Matt in that situation because even if he forgot who he was, he never knew that. But Peter does know who Matt is. So if he see Matt in trouble or issue, he could go help him. So I'm still riding with that theory that he'll be in that movie. So yeah, that's
we got something to look forward to in a couple of months. Mike, I know you recently dropped a reaction video, definitely on your socials, about Luke Cage because he was one of the reveals in this episode. Let the people know how you felt about that, the excitement or disappointment, and if it provided any kind of excitement going into season 3.
Because I missed that video.
Yeah, the reason why I got emotional for the scene is because, well, one, all right, give you a 411. I saw these episodes, early, right before the first episode dropped and everything. So I didn't get the marketing of teasing Jessica having a daughter, all that stuff like that. None of that. We didn't get any of that. So I'm just going each episode blind. And before all this, I know, right? The episodes, as they keep going, I was still thinking, okay, well, is Luke Cage, vendors, are they going to show up? No set photos for season 3 at the time. All that. They weren't even shooting yet. So none of that I goes out where I'm like, oh, yeah, I already know Luke Cage is coming back. No clue. But then we saw Danielle, I was like, all right, Luke got to be here. Then the name drop from Mr. Charles, Luke. And I was like, all right, come on now. But then when he show up at the door, and Danielle goes and hugs him, and then he says, "I miss you so much." Like, nigga, we miss you. Like, but it was like a return to form. Because listen, I'm gonna be real with you, and this might be a small rant, but to all the niggas that are watching this for the first time, y'all don't deserve to be happy about this because it's like for ones who lived through the era of 2018 when these shows were canceled. Right. And we got Luke Cage season 2 and Jessica Jones season 3 and all stuff just canceled. Gone. Damn, gone. And Daredevil was the last one. Bam, gone. Right. And it was like, man, and here we are now at this point, well, almost like 7 or 8 years later, and not thinking that I'm in a different point in my life and as well, and married and everything. And I'm seeing not only Luke but Jessica. They seem somewhat happy. They're in a new position in their life. They have a child. They're together. And it looks like from the hug, they are together. You're not like, oh, we're just co-parenting. No, we're together. And to me, what makes it so emotional is just like, I knew what these characters gone through to get to this point. I knew what Luke had to go through with his wife getting murdered. And you found the wife was actually setting him up and everything. And then you find out that Jessica was a survivor, sexual assault and everything. And then, everything she experienced, loss of her mother and everything and her best friend. And now to someone that, who wasn't really good at making friends or having good relationships. She has a daughter and she has someone that wants, to be there with her as well. And just now they're like a family, which I knew in the comics I want to get to that point, but at the time, we were so far away from that. We didn't know that was even a possibility, but we want it. And now it's like, oh no, not even that Jessica Jones. No, the daughter's now 10 years old, whatever. And also probably is a, seed that's planted because the fact that Jessica, her powers isn't as strong now is because some of that powers passed over to Danielle, and everything. So, but I was emotional because of the fact, not only because we're seeing these characters come back, it's reminding that era of Marvel that I thought was gone and now we're getting back. And now it's like, it's very on paper, this shouldn't have happened. On paper, this should happen. taking a break, a new show revival, and to bring these characters back over 7, 8 years later. And now in comic canon, now you could do things you haven't done before. It's like, no, and this was just like the perfect time. And then the closing the door with the alias investigation. Come on,
Yep.
Okay,
that's
I,
but
yeah.
Quincy.
oh, I'm
Okay,
sorry. I'm
Quincy
sorry.
Jones. Since you changing ages and shit, how many seasons?
You mean Barry Gordy?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was Barry Gordy. It was Barry Gordy. My bad, my bad. How many seasons of Daredevil Born Again do you think we will get, Mike?
I don't know because, well, one also have to know after you reach this part, because this is another issue I think people brought up about with Kingpin, is how far are we gonna go with this of just
Hmm.
of recycling this pinnacle, like where either both of these people die or one of them die or whatever. There's more villains in Daredevil that he can explore, but there's other places that Kingpin can thrive, which again, one of the biggest is Spider-Man down the road to just see if they can do something with that.
Fix
But
that
with Dare,
shit, Marvel.
what but well, to
Well,
answer your question
oh,
with Born
sorry.
Again, I don't know how many seasons we're gonna get because like I want to see more of Matt, but now cinematically, and we got him briefly cinematically before. But now that that door is open, now there's more room to do more things. So instead of the question is, I don't think I want another I know we're gonna get a Daredevil Born Again season 3, but I would like to see eventually a film or something, or maybe a Defenders film or something, not another show. If it's gonna be another spinoff show, do a Heroes for Hire show with just Luke
I,
and
Iron
Danny
Fist.
Rand.
I,
Yes,
yeah,
Iron
I'm
Fist.
glad you said that because there has been rumors that that may be coming. That
Yes.
Marvel is, I guess they're trying to throw to see what sticks on the wall, and the fan base is saying, look, if you're gonna end Daredevil, one, end it on a high note, and two, let that finale be the precursor to what Heroes for Hire and quite possibly a Daughters of the Dragon show
Whoa,
could
whoa,
be.
whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Don't be putting that. Daughters of the Dragon. Who is that? Who lead?
That's Misty Knight and
Missy
Colleen Wing.
Knight and Colin
Oh,
Wing.
no, 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 no,
And
no.
now we got
Leave.
Marvel, we got Disney money, so we can give her actual arm
No, no,
and not
leave
some
Miss.
stuff from we got from Amazon. You know what I mean?
Ain't Misty Knight the chick in
That's his mama.
no.
All
Misty,
Rise?
not All Rise. She's also
Yes.
in Forever, the mama in
Forever.
Forever.
That's the
Yes.
mama.
Oh
And the
no,
morning show.
Oh, you
no.
don't like her?
I love her. Not
You don't like her in that role?
in that role. No.
Really?
Uh,
You didn't like her as Misty Knight?
I'm not
Fuck no.
mad at
She
that.
she
I'm not
turned
mad
me
at
Oh,
she
that.
that's
turned me
not. I
off.
don't think that's. Yeah, I think that's fair because
Really?
listen,
Okay. Okay.
Luke Cage.
Understandable.
Cause in
We can just be
Forever,
fair.
love her. And
Yes,
what's
it's
the
been
show you
7
just
years.
you
True.
think
True.
she better?
It's been
I
7 years.
Uh, don't
Wait,
do
do
that
you
black
think
women
because
like
she's
that.
gotten older?
Yeah,
Oh no, I was just looking on Instagram yesterday.
She fine as
No.
hell.
But
Come
every
on, Misty.
okay, I'm not
episode,
talking about that. I
Jason
think the
goes to
Okay.
actress
their
is great, and I
Instagram.
think I
She's
would
a
love
great,
to
but
see her again.
I don't
More
want to
I
I
stories.
don't
see
want
what
to
you're
see
saying.
her in that
Okay.
capacity
Okay.
though.
Do you
I
want
don't want to
somebody
see.
Okay.
younger in that role?
No, I
Somebody
just
like
don't want. I just don't want that series at all. Personally,
Okay.
it ain't. I'm being a nerd. I don't want
Maybe
that
a special,
series.
a special, a
I'm
A
special.
cool with
one
it. I'm
a,
cool with a little
a
special.
spotlight. If they do a
I'm
spotlight,
cool with a little spotlight. But Heroes for
Now,
Hire with
I don't
Luke
want
with
to
Luke
play
and
devil's
Danny.
advocate here because it's women,
That's why I
duo
said
show.
it.
And I was like,
See that shit,
give him just a special, just give him a
you
special,
are
right?
so fake.
Jazz. You don't want
Like,
to see
Jason
that.
is so fake.
Jazz. You
Oh
don't want
my
to. Jazz.
god.
You want to see that, Jazz?
I mean, I would watch it. I would check it out.
No. Is that something that you would like? You when you seen her in the old show, you'd be
Betsy.
like, I would like to see her by herself sometime.
Well, if I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't a fan of Jessica Jones's series.
Then again,
Mike,
Okay.
for anybody listening, Mike Head just went completely out of the screen because he is judging me right now. I didn't. So if she were to be in a series, I would absolutely watch it.
Yeah. I think she
I'm
did,
cool.
but for me, that's just me. I'm a different breed. I think she did a wonderful job as Misty Knight in the Luke Cage series.
My soldier came back from the astral plane.
And I think if they were to bring her back, I would say do a spotlight. Let's see where the fan base is. If it's done right and the fans clamor for it, Marvel usually listens, and they'll
And they
make
did
it
it.
happen.
They did it in season 2 of Luke Cage.
Yeah.
I think it was that, or was it Iron Fist? Either one. They did an episode where they were wearing their outfits from the Daughters of Dragon, and like
Mhm.
they were fighting in the bar and everything like that. That's literally what it was.
That's
But
Danny. That was the Iron Fist show. But let's keep it a buck. If they gonna spotlight a woman over here, we know who she is. She wears red too. It's Elektra. Nobody want to see. No.
So you picking the
Elektra?
Wow.
Elektra?
I'm thinking. I'm gonna be crazy. I'm gonna go out on the limb. I think we see her.
I think she's
in
Greek.
a
I
brand
think
new
she's Greek,
date.
Jazz.
She's Greek.
She is.
I ain't want to say nothing, but I'm just like choosing her
know
over the
you-
black woman. Like
It's
Jason,
not that. It's
like,
just she's just
Juneteenth
a
is
bit.
next
She's
month.
just a bit more
God.
compelling.
Right,
right
like what
there.
is wrong with him, Anthony?
She's just a bit
He
more
ain't no
compelling
ally.
on the as the character.
Mother's
to
Day
me.
coming up. Yo, mama black. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's crazy.
I didn't turn my back on my mom's.
I mean, if you over here trying to take a job from a black woman, I mean,
Hey man, she got it, man. Look,
somebody
she
on
got-
Twitter's like, that's
she
a
got
way
forever.
of turning your back on black women.
Here's a little crazy. Maybe I know it's never gonna happen,
Here you
but
go.
right now we have a lot of toddlers in the MCU that's
No, sir.
starting to spring eternal. Hold on, shush. Give me a second, please. We know that there's a Young Avengers project that's still in the works. We already know this. We saw a little glimpse of White Tiger
They ain't young no
doing
more.
her thing. That was dope.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Oh, damn.
It
We-
was.
oh, no, we shooting her in the head like her
Anthony,
uncle. Let's stop.
I was not a fan of. Okay, I thought it was me too. I was a fan of the acting of, especially when the mama got arrested. I don't know. It was just me. I'm not trying to nitpick, but I'm just like,
I'm like, move.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I'm not talking about acting. Trust me on that. I like the little action of her clinging to the wall and springing and doing her
Just
thing and
hitting the
bashing a
head.
dude.
I'm like, Matt,
yeah.
you fighting alongside a child and she is collecting bodies. Like,
And
but you
So was
be
he.
mad at Frank when Frank collect bodies.
Oh, she didn't kill
No.
nobody.
no, she
Just
knocked
gave him
the shit out of
concussions.
him. Yeah, concussions. Here's my
That person is still sitting there in the courtroom, brain damage.
I'm just right. Hey, but they breathing, no death. I kind of feel, I don't know why I was a fan of the book when I first started reading it. Power Pack. I don't know why I'm thinking we got Franklin Richards. Now we got Danielle Cage. We're about to have an adolescent ass whipping team. I don't know why. Fix your face, Mike. I just want a little happy.
Swallow
Power
the
Pack was-
children. No more. No mas.
Oh no. But no, the problem with saying Young Avengers ain't young no more. They're pushing 30 and
No,
they're having
it's
children.
true.
Like it just
That is
you know
true.
the kid.
Not the
you know.
kids having kids.
They,
Nah,
you
That's
Miss
know,
true.
Marvel,
Haley
Miss
Steinfeld
Marvel,
just
Kate
had a
Bishop
baby.
still a
is
baby.
yes. Haley
Yeah.
Steinfeld's pregnant. And it's like and she's
Oh no,
pushing
that baby
30.
out. That baby
Yeah,
Yeah, I
out.
she had
know.
the baby.
Right, she's out now at this point.
Well,
Yes.
now you got a Young Avenger in the making.
We got the
There we
other
go.
black dude. He's fighting other people in Disneyland with his cousins and stuff, and so he ain't coming back.
Ooh.
From Falcon Winter Soldier. He's Isaiah Bradley's
Stop!
grandson.
No,
Grandson.
was he really fighting
yeah.
people at Disney?
I know. Yeah, there's a video on it. Yeah, he ain't coming back. He ain't coming back.
Did he start the
Oh.
fight though?
Tier. No, he was just in it, and association. You know how it is, and we black.
Well, you-
so
Black
You can
men
always
gotta
bring
stop fumbling
Josiah
the
X.
marble bag. Black men
But
need to
my
stop
question is-
fumbling
yeah.
the marble bag fighting.
yeah.
Well, one got fought on until we found out he did fight a little bit.
He should have went
But-
screaming.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'll show it to you after. But anyway, yeah, it's unfortunate.
Okay, man, that's
But we love
crazy.
Kamala, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Why?
Hey,
Riri. I'm putting my support
Riri?
behind Riri.
Riri
Well,
is
yeah,
the
but she's
devil.
messing with
She's
demons, so I
over
don't
with.
fuck with that. So it's like,
She was
until
trying
she
to
gets
save her
delivered,
black
until she
friend.
gets delivered in the name of Jesus, then it's like, all right, then we can,
We
oh
can do
God,
an exorcist
power.
on her.
I'm only
Fuck
with
with demons. I'm
I'm
sorry.
only for this Young Avenger champion team if Riri is a part
Mhm.
of it, and I just don't see that happening. So if she ain't a part of the team,
and
I'm
don't you
cool.
still have Billy and
Yeah,
Which
you got
could
Speed
be-
coming
Oh, yeah,
later
Wanda's
this year.
kid.
and
Wicked,
Vision,
Yeah.
Wiccan and,
yes,
Wiccan
yeah.
and Speed?
who is like in their late 20s now. Yes,
Oh, really?
they're like my
Your
age. Like
baby's
I could be a
growing.
young Avenger, but I
Yeah.
know I'm black, so I don't crack. So
Mike,
only
Gotcha.
Go ahead and try to
Gotcha.
see if you can get that Isaiah role.
See?
Seems like
Honestly,
it's available.
I know you.
No.
I've been
I don't-
lifting back in the gym in the last couple
Just
months and
cut your
stuff.
beard off and just
Yeah.
do like You
I
know,
don't want
pull
you
your
as
Wonder
I don't
Man
want
type
you.
of stuff.
I want you
Creatine,
as
my
Josiah.
hydrates.
I want to see Josiah X in the MCU.
Yes,
If
but
you,
also remember he's a member of Nation of Islam, and
that is true. That is true. But it was dope
so
as hell when he was
it
in the
would be dope.
comics
It would
though.
be dope, but
Hey,
no.
Jazz, as
He
I
put the,
told you, you got to get some younger people. Then go, young Michael. He
But
out there.
I'm
Go
gonna
get
take
him.
He's
that
so
challenge,
talented.
yes. I'm gonna do that.
Hey man,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to let you know. But two characters that we haven't been able to discuss yet is Bullseye and Mr. Charles. Jason, we see them on an airplane, and it seems like obviously Bullseye possibly could have taken Luke Cage's previous assignments.
It ain't possible.
And so, do
Get
you
that
think
shit.
either one of these characters will show up in Brand New Day?
No, no. Not at all. They're not gonna be in there at all. Mm-mm.
Do you think we'll see them before Daredevil season 3?
No, not at all. I think they'll come back in there though. That'll be the next time we see them again. And they may, they possibly mentioned if you see Valentina, but if you don't see Valentina, they won't even be mentioned because it wouldn't be a point.
Okay, I feel that. And Mike, I see you shaking your head. You just like, yeah, no, we're
He's
not gonna
speaking
see
too,
them
but
again.
I was like, maybe he's not
I
talking
know
to
I'm not
Matt.
trying to cut you off, sir. That's it. No, that's why I mute my mic. But what I was I think the next time you're gonna see him, if they have the balls to do it, is put him in the movies after Secret Wars. After I don't see, we got other priorities to take care of these next 2 years. We don't even know it will be in the same damn reality. We won't be in the same
That's
like.
true.
It'd be totally different. It'd be like, oh, by the way, remember why Bullseye kept aiming? Because he's a mutant. That's why. There's no person with just regular human beings can be that accurate. Like, no. There's something. Hey, also, by the way, remember he broke his spine because he got an adamantium spine. We put it back in it, and
Yep.
we wrote history. So you
I
see,
hope they don't do. Yeah, I hope they don't do that.
no, it's vibranium because it's flexible. So
No, because if you remember in the Netflix series, they operated and they put enhancements
yeah,
in
but
his
they never explained it.
let's
They
say
never.
that what it was. Yeah, but he did have the super soldier serum because they
So
did inject him with that. So again, yeah, you're right, but goddamn, don't
but yeah,
don't
that was
don't make
priorities
him a
though. But
mutant. No, because seriously, we don't need to take the characters that's already there and just go, all right, mutantize.
that's what
You
they did
know,
with Wonder Man, or what they're doing, about to do.
true,
So
and I'm kind of okay with that. Like with Kamala, it was more of they were trying to follow the comic books because at first she was an Inhuman. Then in the comics, Professor X them did their thing, and they were like, "Oh, wait, you're really a mutant." But that was because of all the drama with Fox and all of that, and they say, "Oh, you know what? We own the mutants now. Let's go ahead and make Kamala a mutant." Now I
yeah,
don't know what her designation is now
yeah,
in
it's
her
all
gene set.
twisted though. But
Yeah.
Bullseye, I think again, I think that regardless of whatever the new reality will be after Secret Wars, whether they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna go down a Dark Avengers route, whatever, or if there'd be a new
Yeah.
Avengers team, will they still have like this type of Black Ops team? Bullseye will be a part of that, and I would love to see that cinematically and interacting with other
Mm.
characters. Because that's just that episode 4, was probably one of the best Marvel episodes out of all the other series. I can say like from if I could pick one episode from different shows, like you say would be top 10, that would be one. Because that was a designated episode from him from start to finish, and even going to season 3 of Netflix, which I love, of his origin in the black and white with him being playing baseball and all stuff like that. Right, is that he has now became on almost a near S tier level anti-hero now at this point. I mean, not just villain, but now anti-hero. It's like because this season redeemed him in a way. It's like, okay, well, yeah, you're still a villain, yet you're be anti, but like he is also
Mm-hmm.
very adamant, like, man, I wasn't trying to kill him. I just took the job so I could get out of there. It's like, I don't want nothing. Leave me to die, please. It's like, no, I'll let you. Like, I hate you. Go, get out. And it's like, all right, I got a favor. I'm gonna go get these imposters and I'm gonna save you. And stuff in this episode. And mind you, he got impostered. The imposter got impostered because he
Yeah,
impostered Daredevil in season 3 of Netflix era. So
that's true.
karma,
Oh,
isn't it?
posers.
And this is a what second or third time he missed his target because
Mm.
he was there to pop Wilson. He was going for Wilson, and
You can't control. You can't control. You can't. So if he was using his hands, he would have caught him. But if he's using a bullet, you can't. It's a little
that's
less.
why he never liked guns in the first place. He uses them,
You
but
know, yeah.
he
The
likes
character
those
usually uses
sharp-
knives and like projectiles as deadly.
Yeah, because you can control your hand, you can't control that bullet.
Yeah.
This ain't
No, you're right.
Wrong series.
You're right.
Yeah.
He could curve the bullet.
He should have stuck with what he knew.
I
But
mean, he was across the building. He could have broke in, but
he could have.
I will say how
killed everybody.
Well, how he got them cats on the stairway. When they was walking up and it was like ping, ping, ping. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot he can do that. That's goodbye.
He was going crazy with it. But Anthony,
piece of Daniel,
Heather and the Muse mask. As you predicted, and I said it earlier, that she was going to end up putting the mask on. She was going to put her Cassie from Euphoria with her Booze t-shirt on, just, in the mirror. And we see the reflection to where it's like, okay, she has pretty much embodied the Muse, and then you see her reflection of herself. How did, with this scene, how it unfolded with the smile, and do you think Buck is still alive?
I think he's still alive. I was really trying to look. I'm not trying to be a perv. I was really trying to see if the shirt she had, Buck's shirt.
It
on.
was.
I was one. Yeah. It was the one he got shot.
When I didn't. Well, no, it wasn't the one he got shot in because it didn't have. I didn't see any blood. But when I saw it, when I rewatched it, I was just like, okay, Anthony was right. It does seem like she did have one of his button-up.
Yeah, it was oversized, and I was like, oh dear Lord, now we got a bitch from Snap. All right, let's go. She snapped, but I mean, you could see it. In that first season, you could tell she was teetering into the madness of it all. And I think when Muse had her in a chokehold and was about to take that last breath, I think she finally realized everything that she wrote in that book is really about her. It is really for her. She's using the vigilantes. She's using a Daredevil, a Muse, a Bullseye, even Spider-Man, as her muse to speak on what she truly is. And the fact Muse basically freed her because she was not violent in that first season. This second season, she's slapping niggas. She losing them. She telling people she lying on the mental stability test. She writing top shit. This nigga crazy. He punches mama in the titty. He weird. Immediate jail. She has become what she studied. But in all honesty, that's what she was destined to be anyway. You're a goddamn kleptomaniac. You're stealing shit.
From her friend. Dead friend.
Dead.
On the dead homies.
Then her husband. Yeah. It's for the homies. But then the husband, that big motherfucker, he said, you know what? I like your impulses. Feed into them. Go for it. Take that extra mile. Do some crazy shit. You saw what she did to Cogsbreath, whatever his name is.
He deserved that though. When she hit him in the throat. Did.
Yeah. Oh, she said, "Don't you ever touch me again." But what I love is Fisk just still chilling. Like
he was like, "Yep,
all right." I mean, he deserved it. No, you don't care.
He just made sure Buck was okay. He was like, "No."
He stepped over Buck. He was just like,
"Yeah, he really
Buck, you
did."
Good? Okay, let me. He didn't have no blood on his suit. He didn't go try to comfort Buck. He's like.
Yeah, he stepped over Buck like AI did Tyronn Lue.
He the boss. Buck got to figure that out. That ain't for me to figure out.
You know what though? You know what I got to give to both the two actors. I can't remember the man that plays Buck.
Buck. This is Buck. We know.
Buck. The scene with him and Wilson after the deed was done of taking out Daniel, and there was no words after he said, "Did Daniel produce the blah blah blah?" And he's like, "No."
They're like a friend to you. They're like Anthony. They look like a friend to you.
But Anthony, in this scene, Fisk didn't even know. Fisk didn't even know that he killed Daniel. So Buck could have said
he understood it. But
he
he
understood it, but Buck could have just been like, if he was his brother, if he loved him, all right, so I just need you to leave town. Let me give you a head start. Buck saw him as
my dear sweet black queen.
There we go. Talk to her.
Have we not said this on Instagram? Have we not learned the lessons that Paid in Full tried to teach us so long ago?
Yes, but
because
last week, Jason was like, Buck and Daniel are brothers. And I'm like, no, they are co-workers. You said that, Jason. They are co-workers. Jason be trying to put people in fucking family trees. That's a perfect example.
Like, I got to drop you and I'll throw you under the bus. But the guy's like, listen, I'm not trying to backstab. I'm just trying to do the right thing. Like, that's not what we do. We're supposed to do what he says.
You do the dirt.
We are co-workers, but he took a liking to him.
Took a liking is one thing. A lot of co-workers realize there's a co-worker realize, like, man, I don't like you, but I know you said some real stuff about our management that I've been internally feeling, but too afraid to admit. And yet, just because that mere influence of someone actually bold and said something, be like, you know what, I might think of something. And then I don't disagree. I believe a seed was planted. And right before it just
didn't
shot
grow
him,
all the way.
He just like, when's the next is gonna happen to you? And I was like, and then he still shot him, but he's like, that still stuck with him, and I think that's gonna haunt him. I believe we're gonna see the actor again next season in some form of some flashback or whatever. But he did a great job. I know
flashback. Daniel
didn't. There's a version that didn't kill him in the episode,
right?
Yeah, I see. Because at first they didn't kill him originally. He was actually going to make it out the season, but they was like, they don't feel right, so they went back and fixed.
Yeah, they said that his story that's the perfect ending to his story because they didn't feel like it can go anywhere else. I told you Isaiah should have went to Guam with a fine ass Polynesian.
You think Buck is going to regret shooting Daniel? Like he gonna have wake up in the middle of the night like, oh shit, I shouldn't have shot him.
Yeah.
And if that happens, it's
gonna be a reverse.
We'll come back to it.
Just as Way Muse let a imprint on Heather.
Yeah,
see that.
Is exactly what's what Mike's saying because he's too clean cut this season, last season to be any sort of like nothing. The only worst thing I got through this season is that I shot my coworker and I got shot, but. Hey, I think next season him and Heather they're together, messing around with each other, and I think while she's going through her vigilante era, whatever, he is also dealing with like, man, I know what I've done, but I'm just like, and where I am right now, but I still don't feel like this is right. And as he's seeing Heather's downfall, corruption, he's mentally like unraveling in his head internally, be like, man, I think I'm going too far. I think this is going too far. I've done a lot of bad things, and now. That kid who I shot, why is he still in my head?
That kid? He didn't even say his name. That kid?
No, seriously.
That's how you disassociate from that person because if I keep giving your name, it's exactly a person.
I humanize them.
Yeah.
When season 3 drops, we will come back to this very moment. And if I am wrong, I do not mind saying y'all was right. But I got this joke for you, baby.
I got this joke for you.
I think y'all wrong. Jason, this ain't no Doctor Strange clip. This ain't no Doctor Strange moment.
At this moment in time, it is now a set point in history. You cannot change it. But no, I think there's going to be a lot of. I seriously think. Excuse me. Heather is going. She ain't gonna be no vigilante. Heather's gonna be a murderer. She is going to be a villain. That is where it's going.
I'm curious.
She's full villain.
I'll be curious to see how she goes about what she will be doing. They did say the next season will be Luke Cage heavy though, so he'll be carrying that for y'all.
And okay, do y'all think we're going to see? I feel like they're going to go comic book heavy next season on how with Matt in prison, and they're going to do a plot device that was from the comics. And I think that plot device is going to introduce Danny Rand to the MCU. I think this is where we're going. I could be wrong, but
that's above my knowledge. So
I think, I think they said it's based on Man with No Fear, right? It's based on their comic, Man with No Fear.
Yeah. And going back to the whole the whole, revealing himself as Daredevil, that was in the comics. But I'm so glad they didn't do the 1980s version of it, where it was Karen.
He had the Christmas sweater because he had the Christmas lights and he's blind. You know what I mean?
But the way Kingpin found about Matt Murdock in the comics back in the 80s is trifling as hell. Karen was on that powder. She became a junkie, and she sold Matt's identity to Wilson. And Wilson held on to that secret identity for a good while, and was playing Matt like a damn piano. I'll send you. Well, the drugs. She was on that.
Okay, the drugs will do it, man.
Drugs will do it. Drugs are bad.
Who wrote that? Frank Miller?
I think it was during the Frank Miller run.
I bet it was. That nigga there, he just don't give a damn about nobody.
He don't give a damn about women. That's for sure. He turned Wonder Woman into a hooker. He don't care. The man does what he does. Or was it Black Canary? I can't remember. One of them was fat, sitting on one of them chase lounges, and was a prostitute. That sounds like a
Black Canary thing.
I think it was Black Canary.
He can't pimp out Wonder Woman like that.
Wonder Woman.
That would be kind of crazy. Like,
I mean, it's Frank Miller. The man gave us RoboCop 2. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man, that's a classic in my house.
But
true.
This is pretty much all I have for this episode. I believe, Jason, at the end of these, we do our was it good though? Yes. Was it good, okay. So instead of just this single episode of Was It Good Though, we're gonna do the entire season. Anthony, season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. Was it good though?
Damn good and better than the first season.
Oh, that was easy pickings there, buddy. Okay.
Mike, was it good though?
Yes, it was phenomenal. This is probably one of the best Marvel shows they put out since WandaVision. And this is a return to form to the Netflix era.
So yeah. we're just gonna act like Loki wasn't there.
He said one of though. He didn't say the best. He said one of.
He said since.
What I mean, WandaVision was the first one. So
since.
Whoa.
Well, exactly.
Loki peak. Loki season 1 is peak. I'm not.
Wait a minute.
I'm just going back to where we first Netflix era.
I'm with you.
I'm with you, Jason.
WandaVision.
Fuck out of here, Mike. Okay. Jason, was it good though?
It was. I thoroughly enjoyed this season. I appreciate them getting back into form. But if you was to watch it from episode 8 on back, you can see that they had a great direction that they were going in. So I appreciate them, and I can't wait to see what they bring to us in season 3. Jazz, was it good though?
Yes, I definitely enjoyed this season. I'm going to agree with you, Anthony. It was better than the first, but I will say, I think a lot of people fell off after the first one. But I will say, y'all jump back on this show because it was a lot of fun and they did a great job. So I'm excited for season 3.
Michael Charles, thank you for joining me.
And also keep in mind, this was supposed to be the first season. Remember,
I remember you said that last week.
Daredevil was supposed to be 16 or 18 episodes.
18 episodes.
Gosh,
yeah,
I missed those days when we was getting that much.
But that was a smart move.
But see, I think the other thing with this was, because I know we talked about it last week, what people fell off. If they watch episode 1, I know some people had issues with that episode. Some people did, but that was something they put. But after episode 1, if you looked at 2 through 7. That was some hard TV to watch. So I can imagine people like, hell no, ain't no way I'm coming back. But then I have been seeing people say that they don't like the character development in the show. But for them to have to go back through, edit, fix, and rewrite from where they were to where they ended up, this is a hell of a job. This is a hell of a job, in my personal opinion, man. But that's all I got.
Yeah. Well, Anthony, thank you so much for joining us. Mike,
thank y'all for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us for this conversation. And for anybody who wants to check out our other side quest reviews, we also did Invincible the latest season. We are currently doing The Boys season 5 and Euphoria season 3.
Oh.
Don't say nothing. But y'all please be sure to like, subscribe, rate, review. And this is the Was It Good Though podcast about movies and TV shows. I am one of your hosts. I am Jazz.
And I am Jason.
Till next time. Cheers.
Deuces.
Peace and chicken grease.